Yes, 2021 will be known as the year of EG. And welcome to EG. I have mentioned this game before. This is a Daniel Remar creation, the same person behind Hero Core. And this is an absolutely fabulous game. It's still been updated as of a few years ago, I believe 2015. It was last updated, or 2014, but everything is still as solid as ever. This is a very beautiful looking game, a very heartwarming storytelling game that has a lot of things to play with, a lot of weapons, a lot of tricks, a lot of things to find, a lot of Easter eggs, great soundtrack, and most of all, it's free. This game, like Hero Core, is 100% free, and I heartily recommend everybody go check it out. But first, you can watch me play it. Now, I'm going to do a couple of caveats before I begin this. Number one, I'm going to try my best to find the main secrets in this, those being the ribbon and the poster. And I'm going to try to find them in each of the sectors. So I'm going to do that. I may do a pacifist mode. I have never actually tried it. I'm going to go regular mode first, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. First, a couple of things. Version 1.7 was tough to make, but also a lot of fun. The conversion to GM 7.0 took about 2 weeks, and I finally added the stuff I wanted for 1.6. Enjoy. Yeah, that didn't do quite what I thought. Let me try that again. Okay, I guess that did. What I just did was enter the Konami code. There was something I didn't quite get right, but I'll have to try that on another run, I guess. But in the meantime, let's get into EG. Now, there will be a pretty fair amount of text here as the story goes. Warrior, I don't know yet. We'll see. As far as the story goes, there will be a pretty good amount of text. I will read it as fast as I can. But anyway, check my options. I'm pretty sure these are set as I had them. Yeah, you can unlock Hero 3D if you beat the game on hard. I'll be lucky if I can beat the game on normal. So here's what we got for the levels, or for the difficulty rather. So you can get different amounts of levels, basically experience upgrades per sector. This doesn't have a whole lot of danger as far as when you're doing things if you fail. It gets harder because you get on hard, obviously, because you can get fewer levels and upgrades, and if you screw something up, you could destroy something and possibly hurt yourself. Yeah. So I'm going to go with what I know I'm probably capable of, and that is normal. DCMFPR Research Facility. Oh, beautiful out the window, and the clouds have Christmas lights. And that's not supposed to happen. Alright, we're done. Are you sure we should do this? If she dies when we boot it up, it'll all be for nothing. I want another week to make sure. I don't think we've got another week. We've wasted months enough. What good will it do if we can't perfect her? They have an army and we have a potential soldier at best, even with that gun we found. Look, as long as we can do something that's better than nothing at all, I'd rather see her alive again at least once before we die. Looks like she'd make that much of a difference. Stop bickering already. Should we wake her up or not? Yes, of course. There. Now first we should check mental stability, sensory response, and... Wait, what's that sound? What's wrong? Oh no, everyone to the safe room. Too late. The taser! Ah! Don't taser me, bro. Awaken. Hello? Dad? Mia? Oh, that ain't good. EG, calm down. It's me, Dan. I'm in a control room in the middle of the complex, but I can see you through the cameras. There's a lot to explain. Dan, can you hear me? Keep your voice down. Yes, there are microphones in these speakers, but you shouldn't talk or the tasing could hear you. I can talk as much as I want. I use all the speakers at once, and I don't think they understand any human languages. You can say what you want. Yeah, fine. Listen, we're all visiting Dad's workplace when all of a sudden an alien spaceship bombarded the area with a space-to-ground weapon called the Alpha Strike. Then they came down and killed nearly everyone inside. That's why I'm stuck in this control room. They're called the Tazen, and I don't know why they invaded this complex, but it's our job to make them leave. You're lying. Calm down. It's been 6 months since the Tazen invaded this place. Since then, a team of researchers trapped in here tried to find a way to stop them. They managed to make a cyborg soldier out of the only suitable survivor they could find using the Tazen's technology. You are that cyborg. Cyborg? Yeah, you're the cyborg lettuce. No, you're just making this up. It's just a dream, isn't it? EG, calm down. No, everyone is dead and you're a cyborg, but there is no reason to panic. EG. We've been over this 100 times now. Our family's gone. You have to trust me and head out there. Your only other option is to stay locked in that room and die. I know. Your goal is to talk to one of the Tazen leaders and convince them to take their spaceship and leave. Well, why hasn't anyone done something about them? Hasn't the rest of the world noticed what's going on here? We'll have to take this one step at a time. You really have to get going soon or the Tazen will find you. Okay. Right, time to move. Beside you lies a very special Tazen nano gun. Learn to use it and guard it with your life. From now on, you have to do exactly as I say, okay? Alright, I guess I'll try. I'll direct you to a Tazen elite called Crotera, so we can have a talk with him. Remember his name. You have the ability to understand their language, and your personal nano field alters what you say so they can understand you too. Stay on your guard. Everyone in this complex is under orders to kill on sight. Don't bother trying to communicate with anyone but Crotera. I'm sorry we have to do this, but good luck. Okay, let's get you out of there. I've left you some notes and cracked Tazen logbooks full of information ahead. Press C to read the logbooks. Very simple. So, left and right movement. Can jump. Can duck. EG can kick. You can use this on enemies once your strength gets higher, and you can also use this to kick down doors. Can't quite do that one yet. The main weapon we have is a shotgun, which has unlimited ammo and it has cooldown meter there. And we also can do that to manipulate certain objects. I remember in one of the original versions, she didn't have the spark coming from her hands, so that was definitely cool. And these are different notes on the wall. You just automatically read them. And you can stomp on boxes to get rid of them. Ledge climbing. Your body is protected by a personal nanofield. Millions of microscopic robots working in unison. Nanomachines! Enemy machine guns damage your nanofield's armor, and when your armor drops to 0, you'll take health damage and the armor is refilled. There weren't any in there, Warrior. Trust me, I'll show it. Enemy nanofields work exactly like yours, but their armor will also regenerate. Your nanogun can carry an array of nano-weapons, but is currently only equipped with a shotgun, which deals armor damage. If you didn't hear it, EG said, "I'm sorry" there when she killed the Tazen. Red Nano restores health and armor. Green Nano restores armor. You'll notice our health is very low there. Overhead lights. Die. Assimilating blue Nano in your personal nanofield will add to its resources, which will let you level up and gain a point. Simply leveling up doesn't make you stronger. You must use the point you got at the cyborg station further to your right. Press C to activate, use the arrow keys, and C to choose a stat to level up. I strongly recommend leveling up health. This complex is full of blue-clad Tazen soldiers whose rocket launchers will do 2 hit points of damage regardless of your armor. That is true. Assimilation is a slow process. This complex is divided into sectors, and I estimate that you can only gain 5 levels per sector. Here's a rundown of your stats. Health determines maximum hit points. Attack involves the programming of your nanogun, increasing the power of all your nano-weapons. Assimilate lets you assimilate more resources into your personal nanofield, increasing your ammo capacity for all nano-weapons by 5, and you repair more armor. Strength determines power of your kick. I mentioned that before. Crack determines your skill at cracking various nanotechnology. I'll go over this later, so ignore this stat for now. Tazen lets you assimilate more powerful Tazen nano-weapons. Commando is for assimilating certain nano-weapons the Tazen stole from another alien race. They're hard to come by, so I suggest not bothering with this one yet. Shield doors are impervious to nano-weapons. Kick it. Okay, so even though he said the best thing to do is raise health, I am actually going to raise strength, and you'll see why. Because with a strength of 2, I am able to kick down that door that was all the way at the back at the beginning. And I can get back here through other ways later, but it's much easier this way. He's not breathing, and no pulse. This is Sonia Platt. It's amazing what we have accomplished. Surviving for this long among the Tazen is one thing, but when Dan finally deciphered their language and discovered how to crack their logbooks, even typing with a readable for us font, I suppose that's when the change happened. The change in me, Doc, and Becker to believe it really is possible to implant a Tazen nanofield into this girl without killing her in the process. Their technology is unlike anything we've seen, but there is a clear, if non-human, cognitive process behind it. The subject is Dan's sister, the older daughter of Ron over in Sector 6. He's dead, of course. I advised Dan to throw away his emotions early on, or we may run into trouble. We can only hope EG will do the same. We don't have the time or resources to get her a decent suit of armor underneath the nanofield, like the Tazen used for enhanced shock protection. Instead, we'll focus on mobility, less restraining clothes, more motion amplifiers. So we finally have an explanation for somewhat scantily clad female protagonist. She's been decked for 5 months, though. I've gotten rid of my expectations, too, so I'm prepared for the possibility that she won't wake up when we boot the nanofield. But one thing I've never given up on: hope. Silly but true. Becker writing. Platt has taken to the girl and is really pushing our work forward. I'm glad someone of her caliber is still with us. We must finish within a month because we haven't decided what to do once supplies run out. Yeah, Make sure you separate your emotions into separate bins, too. With the latest surge of troops, Dan is stuck in that control room, so he can't share rations anymore. Whatever Doc and Plate say about the Tazen, what's most fascinating is how quickly people can adapt to dramatic changes. I mean, just look at us. Look here, Tazen, what's your weapons to our will to live? You'll see once E.G. wakes up. Oh yeah, you will. This is Sonia Platt. Some of the nano-weapons we managed to understand seem by chance very close to human weaponry. The translations we put into E.G.'s nanofield reflect what kind of effect she would expect of them, such as shotgun and machine gun. Others are still out there that we simply do our best with the translation. We've also found mentions of combining nano-weapons and interfacing with doors, meaning E.G. should be able to connect to other nanofields without any further work on our part. Let's hope she understands how. I didn't sleep for days when poring over the code. Disassembling a ternary programming language with our lab computers is like cutting cheese with a toothbrush. There's an image. It appears the same goes for the Tazen. Doc believes they barely understand their own technology and there are signs it's not even theirs to begin with. So basically, just turn the key and it goes kind of styling. Their nanofields hold potentials they are yet to grasp, and judging by their logs, the same goes for that other species they keep referring to. I shudder at the thought of where these human-looking beings came from, how ancient they are to have mastered space travel, yet how callous they are to have turned a stolen technology mainstream for military purposes. Becker says ration time. Note to self, leave the thinking for when it actually matters. There's enough sugar in these vending machine leftovers to keep me awake as it is. Employee of the month? This picture was taken when we visited Dad. Must have been the same day the Tazen struck this place. I remember Mia wearing this ribbon. Dad, Mia. E.G., what are you doing staring at that picture? Get a move on. But what's done is done. Who's dead is dead. Get over it and move. Yeah, they told Dan to throw away his emotions, and honestly, he's had a lot more time to get used to this than E.G. has. The cutting cheese with a toothbrush. I can see that. There is the picture. Dan is on the right. This is Dan writing. I've just learned how to crack these logbooks, and now Doc wanted me to come over and see her for myself. I know the Tazen patrol spots, but the moment I leave the control room, I'm practically blind. Inside, I can see and listen to the whole complex, talk to Doc and the others through the speakers, but outside I'm just a human among the Tazen. I have no idea how long our supplies will last. They've got the storerooms guarded. Whatever, as long as E.G.'s still alive. That nanofield they found sparked something in Becker's eyes. It's insane, but it's the only thing that can withstand their weapons. I don't know if it makes me feel better to see her lying here. She's breathing, maybe even dreaming, unaware of what's to come. A little proof of concept, these lights can't be broken. So yeah, I could find that, like I said, a ways back, or a ways forward, because it'll loop back around, but I figure it's just easier to do it now. E.G. tried to get a job here, but she couldn't break the glass ceiling. Yeah, we can pick up ammo for stuff we don't have yet. Press Enter to switch your nanogun to passive mode. This will replace your basic nano weapons with non-lethal versions. So just to show, stun gun there. Yeah, now, if you're working with the passive versions, and you're trying to do a pacifist run, that's basically how you can hit things to still stun them but not kill them. Okay, I think you're all set for heading out. Don't be surprised when I start talking to you through the speakers like this. Dan? What is it? This gun's so cumbersome I can barely even carry it without standing straight. And how many Tazen do you think I'll have to face on my way to Cortera? I don't really want to fight them. You'll get used to it. Unless you learn how to defend yourself, you won't be prepared for what's ahead, okay? Okay. Teleporter. And awesome music. If I do say so myself. Oh shit. And that is one of those rockets he talked about. Dazed Soldier. Yeah, humans. According to Crotera, the sentient race we discovered here is called the humans. I don't know how they found that out, and I don't want to know. I take orders first and ask questions later. Eventually, yes. Okay, well, we got a level, and so let's go ahead and do that health raise they were suggesting. Let's peg some shots off my head, why the hell not? If you didn't hear that, she said, "I'm sorry." Let's see. There's something coming up I definitely want, so I'm going to boost up the Tase and weaponry level. I don't know if I can reach that ledge or not from here. Nope. Have to take the... Well, you know, that's what being a cyborg with a nano field will do for you. Storage area. Did I lock the door of the storage area? In fact, did I even open it in the first place? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever been to the storage area before. And there's the ribbon. What? It's one of Mia's ribbons. What's it doing here? E.G., what's wrong? Nothing. She can't be alive anyway. Never mind. Just kick the glass the hell over. Yeah, the rockets are a problem, but thankfully they're well telegraphed. And you can duck them. I think I am hitting him. Then again, I could be completely off base here. Yeah, see, and that's what happens when you run into an enemy. You start losing your armor very quickly. Which is one of the big hazards when you're playing Pacifist. Because a lot of times in order to keep from destroying the enemies, you have to just kind of tank hits right through them. go. I don't remember if I have enough points or not. That might be all the points I can get for this level. I've kind of lost track. Okay, I went through this way. I like the sparks on the side of the shaft there. Yeah, the difficulty I'm playing on, I can get 5 per level, so yeah. Should be one more then. You can't stomp down on the computers. And this is the way back to the starting point that I mentioned before. Okay, I remember what I need to do now. Yeah, sometimes you kind of have to play Tetris with the lifts to get where you're going. Yeah, those annoying little bug things are called blitzes, I guess. And they play hell with anything with a nano field. That includes both you and the Tazen. So your best bet often is to, if they're around, to lure the Tazen into their path. Shield doors. In order to improve security, modern shield doors are fitted with an extremely dense nanofield. Prolonged exposure to such red glowing fields is lethal, so they cannot be used for personal protection with our current level of technology. However, since bashing a nanofield into another imparts a lot of force, shield doors can be destroyed simply by kicking or ramming them hard enough. So, you know, if someone puts a barrier in your way, just kick it the hell over. And you can't kick everything, as you can see. Hi, it's Dan again. You need a Tazen stat of 3 to handle the nano weapon you see before you. It's up to you if you want it now, but the more efficiently you can kill your enemies, the better. Dan? What's wrong? The Tazen, they kind of look like... I can assure you they're not people. They're not from this world. I know it may be difficult fighting them now, but you need to get over that as soon as possible, or you'll have no hope of reaching Krutera. He's not wrong. Okay. So we are now using the machine gun. Impact machine gun is the counterpart to that. And let's see, what do we want to raise? I think I'm going to go ahead and raise attack. Less time I have to spend shooting an enemy, the better off I am. Turn report. Nothing to report as usual. It's not like anything here was ever a threat. Most of us agree with Grotera, though, so no alien is to escape alive. Also note that EG cannot shoot while ducking or jumping. And they were blitz dropping from there. I'll see if they jump over and mess with the Tazen or not. Yep. Feeling bugged? Good thing is the Blitz can't jump super high. What's a pause menu? Tazen Scout. Seriously, Commander keeps telling us if you ever forget about your weapons, enemies, or abilities, check the pause menu by pressing escape. If this is some new helmet interface upgrade, I bet the soldiers are keeping it from the scouts. Jerks. E.g., about those ceiling lamps. What? Nice little Easter egg there if you break enough lamps. Never mind. Okay. Sector 1's done. 12 kills, 1 damage. Pretty sure it just counts HP damage, not armor damage there. This episode's Brazen Tazen Invasion was made possible by Mike Panza, Viceroy Scorn, Rick in Baltimore, Tristan R. Dunn, D. Iote, Jumpy Cat, the post-production contributions of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my starstruck Lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.